Let's get started. Sweep your arms out and wide as you take a big breath in through your nose, and then exhale, bring your arms back down again. Let's do that one more time. Big breath in and exhale, sweeping your arms forward. Place your hand on the right side outside of that right thigh, and then as you breathe in, sweep your left arm up and over. Breathe in as you come up, and then exhale over to the left side. Place the palm of your hands together. Keep your gaze in those palms, and then twist over gently from side to side. Breathing as you twist over. Exhale as you come back to the center. Make sure you keep your spine as straight as possible. And place your hands on your knees and take big belly rolls, just allowing your torso to relax, opening up your spine. Relax your shoulders and reverse the rotation. And come back to a neutral position. Bring your legs together, make your way into a seated position, bending your knees about hip width distance apart. As you breathe in, push your chest forward, lifting up your chin, and then exhaling back. Use your abs, use your core to help lift and lower your torso. Give yourself a nice big stretch in your chest area. And then release your hands if you can. As you breathe in, let's draw our arms up by our ears, lean back, and keep going, stretching those fingers up as high as you can. Again, make sure those abs are engaged. And only come back as far as you can. If this hurts your back, just manage and adjust and shift as you need to so that it feels right for you. Breathe in as you draw your arms up by your ears. Exhale as you lean back. Keep going. Okay, now we're going to sweep our right arm to the side and then up and back, and sweep your left arm back and then back up. Keep going from the right side up and sweep the other arm over to the left side. Okay, bring your hands forward. Once again, lean back. Bring your right arm by your right ear, left arm by your left ear. Just hold for a few counts, few breaths. Bring your arms forward and let's come back up. Take a breath in and exhale. Once again, lean back and continue. Nice work. Okay, bring your hands by your side and extend your legs out in front of you. Place your hands just back behind you, and then go ahead and bring your hands forward and extend and reach those fingers out toward your toes. Breathe in as you come back. Exhale as you lean back. Breathing in as you come forward. And once again, exhale. Pull your navel into the base of your spine and give yourself a nice big stretch. Keep going. You can even bring your arms back by your ears. Lean back. Arms forward. And exhale as you once again extend those hands away from you. You could even place your hands on the outside of your thighs, or maybe grab your toes or your ankles, or just leave your hands elevated as you extend forward, feeling a nice stretch, especially underneath your legs and lower back. And go ahead and make your way all the way down. You could use your hands for support or use your core. Give yourself a nice big stretch, lengthening your body on the ground. And then when you're ready, draw your hands forward on either side, bend your knees, keep your feet about hip distance apart, tuck your shoulder blades under, and then lift up your hips up and down as you roll up one vertebrae at a time into a bridge position. Squeeze your glutes as you lift your hips up. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Make sure you have a nice straight line when your hips are up between your knee and your shoulder. And then keeping your left foot on the ground, lift your right leg, keeping your knee bent, and lift and lower that leg. Nice little toe tap. Keep your glutes squeezed, keep breathing. Same leg, we're going to draw that knee forward and then extend that foot out away from us. Make sure your hips stay squared. Keep your chin lifted up just a little bit. Keep your shoulders on the ground. Now straighten that leg, flex your foot as you lower, and then point to draw that leg right back up. Keep going. Flex to lower, point to lift right back up again. Exhaling as you draw that leg up, breathing in as you lower that leg down. Now, same leg. We're going to come up on our left toes and bring that right leg right back up. And go ahead and lift and lower your hips straight up and down. Lifting and lowering those right toes. Straight up, straight down. If it's too much, you could always lower back down on the heel of that left foot. Okay, now we're going to reverse. And you could lower that right heel or come up on those right toes. And then lift and lower the left leg now, keeping that knee bent. Little toe taps up and down. Keep squeezing your glutes, keep breathing. And let's go ahead and draw that knee in and then extend that leg out. Breathe in, exhale as we draw the knee in. Keep going. All right, now we're gonna lower and lift that leg, keeping that leg straight. Flexing the foot, drawing that heel down, pointing your toes to bring that leg straight up. Keep that leg straight up there. Let's go ahead and lift and lower those hips. Trying to draw those left toes up as high as we can. And then go ahead and lower that foot. Okay, you can stay on your toes. You could always lower your heels. We're just going to open our knees out wide and back in again, in sync with our arms as well. Really squeeze your glutes and your inner thighs as you draw those legs together. Now back down on our heels. We're going to bring our arms up overhead and then sweep them forward. Let's engage our hips in sync with our arms, lifting our hips as our arms come forward, lowering them as our arms reach back overhead. Go ahead and lower those hips. Bring your right knee and your left knee in. Hug them tight and rock from side to side for a nice little break. Make sure that tailbone stays anchored on the ground. Bring your arms out to the side and then bringing your legs up overhead, point your toes and open those legs out wide and draw them back in. Nice little V position. As you do, don't go too fast. Now you can either keep your toes pointed or flexed or alternate. Pointing your toes to open your legs, flexing your feet to bring them right back up again. Again, make sure that tailbone is cemented to the ground and engage your abs. Will help support your core. Okay, we're going to bring our arms back forward. You can place one hand on the top and lower part of the shin, lower the right leg, and then we'll shift from right to left for a single leg stretch. And you could leave your head on the ground or bring it up, lifting your shoulders up off of the ground, tucking that chin under. Make sure you keep your gaze just right about at knee level. We don't want that head to go back. It doesn't feel very good. And then we're going to bring your knees back in and let's transition into a double leg stretch. Zip those legs together, bring the knees in, and then extend those feet away from you as you sweep your arms around and back. Again, you could lower your head if that feels better for you, or keep it up to challenge yourself. Okay, we're going to bring those legs back up again. Bring your arms back up to the side. And we're going to make the U shape with our legs, lowering down and around, and then bring them back up again. You're going to really feel your abs in this movement. Try to keep those hips stable though as you do this. And once again, bring those knees in if you need. Nice little break. Okay, let's make our way into a butterfly position. Draw the soles of your feet together, open those knees out wide, and then clasp your fingers together and then just lift and lower little pulses. Index fingers are pointing away from you. Try to keep those shoulders lifted off the ground. Keep that head up. Okay, and now we're going to do the same, but we're just going to shift over from left to right. So we're engaging more muscles in our core, not just our abs, but we are using our obliques, maybe in our back muscles. Keep those knees just about hip distance apart. And go ahead and lower back down. Okay. And we're going to lift back up, and we're just going to shift from side to side. Try to reach your heels. And if you want to challenge yourself, you could step those feet out away from you even further. So you have to reach even further to reach those heels. Adding a little more intensity to the ab work. And lower back down. Ah, yes, that feels good to be on the back. All right, we're going to sweep those elbows underneath our shoulders and then lift up our hips, releasing some of those muscles in our abs we just used. You could also come up on your hands instead of your elbows and then do the same, lifting straight up. Nice expansion on the front side there. And go ahead and lower back down. We wiggle those feet around, giving them a nice little relaxing break. Okay. Once again, let's lower yourself all the way back down again. And then come on to your side. So I'm on my right side. You could rest your head on your hand and your right arm either on your hips or in front of you for support. And using your right obliques, go ahead and lift those legs up and down. Really squeeze those right obliques. Zip your legs together. Keep your hips stable. Now keeping that lower leg elevated. Of course, you could always bring that leg behind you or in front of you if you prefer. Or like how I have, I just keep that top leg elevated. We're going to lift and lower that bottom leg, squeezing the inner thigh of that lower leg. Make sure your hips are stacked. Okay, and now we're going to draw both legs together, bringing your heels together and then opening up to a V position, keeping both legs elevated. Lower the bottom leg, and then we're going to bring that top leg forward, up and around. So it's a upside down U, toe tapping in front, up and over, and toe tapping behind that lower leg. Again, keep your hips stacked, keep your torso strong, abs squeezed, glutes squeezed. And then draw circles with that top leg in one direction. And reverse the direction, reverse the rotation. Okay. I'm going to bring our legs forward, nice little L shape. And that top leg, go ahead and extend it. Point your toes downward and then lift and lower that leg so that knee comes up just on top of that lower knee. This may burn on that hip there. Okay. Now bring that leg forward and keep going, lifting and lowering. So the inside sole of your foot is parallel to the floor, still knee on top of knee. Okay. Go ahead and match your legs together. We're going to open and close that top knee. Toes are touching. Try to draw that knee up as high as you can, and then we'll go knee to knee and toe to toe. And then lift and lower that knee, drawing your toes down towards the floor. Little pulses, really squeeze. Maybe give your hip a nice little pat for a release and a modified runner stretch. You could even draw that leg forward, maybe even straighten that leg as you push and extend that heel away from you. Great job. Let's make your way to the opposite side. So this time I'm on my left side, and we will repeat. Again, zip those legs together and then lift and lower them using now your right obliques to lift and lower, and then draw your heels together, lifting and lowering your lower leg, keeping both legs elevated. Okay, open, close, heels, opening and close. Lower that bottom leg. And we're going to do the toe tap up and around in front of and behind that lower leg. keep your hips stacked. And don't go too quickly. Going faster in Pilates can make it actually easier, which is just fine. But if you want to challenge yourself, then make those movements as slow as you can. Go ahead and draw circles now with that top leg, one direction, and then reverse the rotation. Okay, let's bring our legs forward into that L shape, and we're going to extend that leg. And just behind that lower leg, go ahead and lift and lower as you draw your toes down. So you're trying to lift and lower that heel straight up. Try to keep that leg straight. Extend or push that heel away from you. It'll help prevent that knee from bending. Now bring that leg up as high as you can and do little pulses up and down. Okay, and let's go ahead and bring that leg forward. Still knee just over top of the lower knee. Bring your legs together. Now we're going to open and close that top knee now. Again, squeeze your outer thigh, lifting and lowering. Squeeze your hips to lift and lower that leg. And then we will go to knee and toe to toe. Try to get as much rotation as you can in that hip. Okay. Now keeping that knee bent, bring that heel straight up and straight down. Keeping the knee stacked on top of each other. Little pat, and little modified runner stretch. And perhaps even straightening that leg, pushing that heel away from you, grabbing where you can. Just don't grab behind your knee, and then draw that leg forward and back behind you a little bit for a deeper stretch. Make your way now onto your belly. Bring your hands just under your shoulders. Tuck those elbows in and then push yourself up into a Cobra position, extending your chest forward and then lower your head down. So you're going to breathe in as you lift up and exhale. We will make our way now into a child's pose. Bringing your toes together. Push that tailbone back. Try to flatten out your back as much as you can. Maybe breathe into any areas that have some tension. And we'll come right back down onto our bellies. Place your hands in front of you and go ahead and relax your head on your hands. Just for a moment here. Maybe bring those hands out to the side. And we're going to come lifting and lowering once again. Make your hands into kind of like a little cage. Breathe in as you come up. Exhale as you lower down. Okay, so rolling up and lowering back down. Just like a fern unfolding as it opens up into the sunlight and then curling back up at nighttime. Okay, now we're going to lift up our torso, draw those elbows back, squeeze your shoulder blades back as you draw the elbows back behind you and then extend those hands away from you. Keep breathing. See how high you can lift that chest. Those back muscles are engaged. Maybe we're going to lift our legs up now. Keeping our arms and our legs up. Really try to lift up as high as you can. Hold. And keeping those legs lifted. Let's get some arm movement in, drawing the elbows back again and extending the fingers forward away from us. And come back down. And interlace those fingers back behind you now. Soften your shoulders. Breathe in as you lift up your chest and try to reach those index fingers back towards your heels as much as possible. And then come back down again. Okay, breathe in. Once again, we're going to lift up, reaching, extending those fingers away from us. And exhale as you come back down. Let's bring our arms forward. And then lift up your right leg, your left leg, keeping those hips anchored to the ground. Really squeeze your glutes as you lift and lower each leg. Point your toes. Try to keep those legs as long as possible. A little bit of bend in the knee is okay, but not too much. Okay, now squeeze those glutes as you draw your heels together. See if you can bring your legs all the way together. You may or may not. You're going to feel this, though, especially in your glutes. Be mindful of your lower back, though. If it pinches in any way, then adjust as you need to. Let's go ahead and come back up into a Cobra, breathing in, exhaling once again, make your way back into a child's pose. draw those arms just under your shoulders. We're going to step back with our right foot and then our left foot. Make your way into a forearm plank. Squeeze your glutes. You can always lower your knees as well. And then we're going to rotate our hips from side to side. If you have your knees down, no worries. Just keep your core strong. Otherwise, elevate those knees and continue shifting from right to left. Now adjust your weight as you need to so that you are equally balanced or equally weighted between all 4 points that are touching the ground. This is great to work all parts of our core. Keep your abs strong though. We don't want the back to arch and get undue pressure on it. And then make your way back into a child's pose and come onto a tabletop position. Elevate those knees and then go ahead and step back with that right foot. Keep your left knee bent. Come up on those left toes and then just a little bit of lifts, little pulses here with that right leg up high. Squeeze that right glute. Maybe even draw circles with that right leg. And then draw that knee in and extend out and back behind. Bring the knee into the outside of your right elbow, back and up. And bring that knee into the outside of your left elbow. And then draw that leg back and up. And go ahead and lower that right leg. Let's do the opposite side now. Once again, bend your knees. Coming up on those right toes. Draw that left leg straight out back behind you. And do little pulses, lifting and lowering that left leg just a little bit. Pushing back with the palm of your hands. And draw circles now with that left leg in one direction and reversing the rotation. And we'll bring that knee in between our arms and draw that leg back behind and up. Bring that right knee to the outside of your left elbow, back and up. And we're going to bring that left knee to the outside of our right elbow. Oof. And then back and up. Great job. And then lower that leg. Okay, you can just paddle out your feet a little bit as you need. And push back into a downward dog. Make your way into a plank position now. And just rotate back. From downward dog into a straight arm plank. Keep your abs engaged the whole time. Maybe even come up on those toes. Lifting and lowering. And lower those knees down. Okay, bring your right foot forward. Place your hands on the top of that right knee. As you breathe in, gently push that right knee forward. Maybe sweep your arms up overhead for a low lunge. Bring your hands to prayer position here. And then twist over to your right side as you hook that left arm on the top of that right knee. And you could keep the left knee down on the ground or lift it up for a high lunge. And feel a great twist here. This is really good to help massage your organs and give a nice stretch on your spine. Okay, and then we'll do the opposite side. Bend in your left knee, sweep your arms up high, really reach up and extend those fingertips away from you as you push that chest forward. Place your hands into a prayer position and then twist over to the left side now. Again, that right knee can be on the ground or lifted into a high lunge. Hold the position and then go ahead and unwind and come up into a full lunge position. So that left knee should be stacked on top of your left ankle. And we're just going to lower and lift that right knee up and down, keeping your spine as straight as possible. Keep your gaze forward. Okay, and you could lift and lower now that left heel, bringing your arms up high. Hold the position and keeping on those left toes, we're going to lift and lower the right knee. Bring your arms back down. And back up, and we'll sink our arms, sweeping them up and around, up high and back down as we lift and lower that right knee. Try to keep that tailbone tucked under. Okay. And then we'll draw the opposite leg back, right foot forward Again, make that your way into that correct lunge position, so that right knee should be just on top of that right ankle, and then go ahead and lift and lower the left knee up and down. Bring your arms up, lift up and down on that right heel now, maintaining composure. And on those right toes, we're going to do little pulses, lifting and lowering the left knee. Bring your arms down and up now as we do full movement of that left knee, lunging up and down. Okay, now both feet are together. Sweep your arms up by your ear and then push your way back into a chair position. Make sure you tuck that tailbone under and zip up your abs or engage your abs. Lift and lower each heel. Try to sit back, little pulses once again. And we're going to go down and up. Nice job. And now place those legs a little bit further apart. Bring your arms up by your side. And then draw your heels in towards each other. And they're just going to sit down and up. Keep that spine as straight as possible. Squeeze your glutes. Squeeze your inner thighs together. And then wrap your arms around an imaginary beach ball. And then just pull straight up, straight down. Keep those knees stacked on top of your ankles. And lift and lower each heel. Make sure those knees stay out wide. And once again, keep pulsing up and down. You got this. And then we're going to come up. Paddle those feet so they are about hip distance apart. And just go ahead and make our way back into a chair position. But this time we're going to straight down and up, and then draw your one leg out to the side. So to the right, to the center, down and up, to the left, and to the center, down and up. Squeeze your abs as you lift and lower those hips straight down. Keep going, keep breathing. You got this. Great job. Phew, all right. Let's bring our arms up high, big breath in. Exhale as we twist over to the right side, feeling a nice stretch. And then over to the left side. Ah, that should feel good. Then bring your arms up high, gaze up towards those hands, and then forward fold. Place your hands on your shins. Maybe grab opposite elbows with opposite hands and just rock back and forth. Letting go of any tension. And let's go ahead and breathe in as we sweep our arms up high once again. And forward fold, exhaling. Once again, come up to a half fold and release down. We'll do that one more time. Ooh, we did a great job.